Ebro in the morning. Laura Styles, Rosenberg. Ebro's on assignment, so is Rosenberg. But Kast 1 is in the building.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm taking somebody's spot. Both
Let's
Ebro
go.
and Rosenberg's spot.
But Kast and I always connect on some international vibes, right?
Right,
Like we've
right.
done it a couple times.
Yep.
And today we have someone super special, not only a friend, okay, but someone who has been killing it, representing Okinawa, Japan. We got Awich in the building.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Yes, so exciting. Now, for the audience, just to give you guys a little bit of
Yes.
background, like we met, I'm talking about me when I say me, and it may be Kast too. We met Awich when we did Summer Jam Tokyo back in
yeah.
2017.
That was 2017.
That's
Bruh.
crazy, right? That's crazy.
2017. And honestly, to see you grow has been fantastic.
Thank you.
Like now, bro, Vogue. I saw Harper's Bazaar, GQ. Like has an incredible has a partnership with Louis Vuitton.
That's crazy.
I mean,
And Jordan.
And
Ray-Ban
yes.
And Aston Martin and all that.
yeah, you could brag. It's okay.
Keep going. Yeah,
Louis Vuitton, we're good friends.
Yeah, nice. Now I saw for those of you who saw the Brand Jordan campaign that came out, the one with Khaled and our boy Nigel Sylvester. I saw my girl Awich in there. I was like, I got mad excited.
Yes.
How did that happen? How did you get hooked up with Jordan?
We've been together for like 4 years. And
wow.
like I've been the global ambassador representing Japan for Jordan. And they've been good to me. And I'm doing my best to kind of like, be up to par as an artist.
Yeah.
Be innovative and groundbreaking, just like they are. So they're supporting me.
That's what's up.
I think I saw that you teased it, and you teased Asian State of Mind is coming out.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me a little bit about this record that says featuring Jay Park. Who else?
Jay Park from Korea
Yeah.
and myself from Japan
Yes.
and Krishna from India
Okay.
and VannDa from Cambodia and Masiwei from China.
Bro,
So
she's
that's
all
collecting.
in one
Crazy.
song.
She's collecting all of the rappers that are killing
All
it
in
right
one
now
song.
internationally. So tell us about the concept and how you decided to, and why them? Why did you specifically choose them?
Well, why them? Because they're my friends.
Okay.
They're like, we all friends. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
every time we see each other on some project or shows, like, different places in the world, we just get together and talk about like how, how we, grow up and the Eastern way of thinking, like, Zen mind and like yin and yang and like the spirituality and stuff like that. And we talk about like this is maybe what, the people need right now in the world. Is maybe the key to peace.
Yeah.
The world peace. And so we're always talking about like getting together and creating a song. And it finally happened. It was a lot of work.
I could imagine getting everybody's schedules aligned and getting everybody.
Right, because everybody's a superstar
Yeah.
in their own country.
Right.
They're like way bigger than me in their own, regions. And so it was so hard to get everybody together on one track. But I have to travel to each places to shoot videos.
Wow.
So I'm glad that it happened and we got it done.
Yes, that's exciting.
Has that been like? So I've noticed from I don't want to say lately, but in general, there's been a lot of collaborations between not just like Japan, but different countries in Asia.
Right.
Like, and I feel like that's a big next step for just hip hop in general. Because when I first started paying attention, because Americans, when I first started paying attention, it wasn't like that. It was like everybody had their own separate thing. Like Japan had their separate thing, and Korea had their own separate thing, and like Thailand and Cambodia and all these places had their own separate scenes. But now it's like more like blending and melting together.
Coming together.
Yeah.
And I think we always talk about this, but the reason why it took a long time for us to get together is the language barriers.
Right.
Like, in the West, everybody speaks English.
Right. Right.
So they could connect on that level. But in Asia, we had so many different languages. And it took a long time for the technology to catch up
Right.
for us to connect, like on a deeper level. So now it's the time, I feel like, and everybody coming together and like sharing our similarities and differences, and like, you know, understanding each other, and like, you know, move forward
Of
together.
course.
So
I think it's important because, you know, it's crazy because you've been doing this for a long time, right?
yes.
But like every interview, you have a whole new set of new listeners and potential like new fans and followers. So I just want to kind of dig back because at least for the Hot 97 audience, like we haven't, like I told you, we haven't spoken to you since like 2017. So let's just talk about like where you came from and how hip hop found you, and or you found hip hop. Tell me about growing up in Okinawa and how you became like the it girl when it came to hip hop.
So I'm from this place, a small place called Okinawa. It's like a island. You have to take an airplane, like 3-hour flights to go from Tokyo to Okinawa. So it's a totally different like vibe. And it used to be a kingdom back in the days, and then Japan came to take over. And then after the World War II, Japan gave the island to America. So in my parents' era, it was America.
So that's where there's a big, it's a military base there.
Right. So after a while, so in the 70s, America gave Okinawa back to Japan.
Okay.
But
I did not know that.
yeah, y'all didn't know.
I only knew that because I learned that when I went.
When you went.
Okay.
They don't teach us that, but yeah.
So after it gave it back to Japan, so now we are Japanese.
Yeah.
But we still have a lot of U.S. military bases. Like the 20% of the island is the base. So we have a lot of American influences and like, you know, a lot of conflicts as well.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of turmoil always
Yeah.
in the island. So I grew up in there. Of course, it's a lot of like a heavy American influences in the fashion, music, you know, culture, everything, food. So in that life, I encountered hip hop. First, it was Tupac. Like I really fell in love with all of his songs, all of his lyrics, and interviews, the movie. I used to transcribe his speeches at his community center.
Oh, wow.
Like I wrote word for word what he's saying to be able to kind of like understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
And like trying to speak it. Like, so he was my textbook for real.
That's so wild.
How did just a random question that just popped to my head. Like, how did the whole Big and Tupac thing hit on that side of the world?
Well, see, when I encountered Tupac, he was already
Oh, okay.
passed.
But-
Like he was.
yeah. So you were learning in hindsight.
Yeah.
Got it.
I would cry for days, like every night, for him not being alive.
Wow.
I mean,
I wanted
I
to
will
see
say,
him.
like, he's one of the figures that has touched people in completely different ways, right? There's so many,
Yeah.
like, faces of Tupac that we've all encountered. And
Right.
yeah, he's definitely, I mean, that's why he's like a legend. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's why he is a legend. Excuse me, not like a legend,
Yeah,
a
he-
legend. A legend. Oh, this is super dope. Okay,
Yeah,
and then
so
you just
it
started
just-
deciding, like, yo, I think I could try this. Let me write
yeah,
some rhymes.
Yeah. I was writing poetry I started writing poetry when I was 9 years old, because I was a kid with insomnia.
Yeah.
Like I could
You
not
couldn't
sleep
sleep?
at night. So I would stay up all night long, like writing. So when I met hip hop, it was like 14 years old. The poetry turned into like rhymes. Like maybe I could start like rhyming and speaking it or rapping it like how rappers do. And so I started doing that at night, every night. And then I would go out and tell everybody I'm a rapper. And at that time in Okinawa, it was like, what? What is that? Like rapper.
Yeah.
They were like, what is that? Like a saran wrap? So it was that type of time.
Yeah.
I would tell everybody I'm a rapper. And So people would tell me like, "Oh, go to that record store or go here," even though I was like really young, so I couldn't go to clubs. They would give me like places I could go to connect with like rappers and like DJs and things like that. So it started from there.
What were some of the first things, like your first performances, or the first like your time getting behind like a mic and actually recording?
It was like when I was 15. It was, so I went to this record store owned by this like a production company, like a management, like a hip hop management company.
Okay.
So they managed rappers. So they kind of like took me in under
Nice.
their wings, and they would have me in the studio and be like, "Yo, you want to get on this?" I said yes. And I would get on it, and they would have me on the record without credit.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
see.
So
Yeah.
I have a song that is like out on iTunes. It's probably not even on Apple Music, like on iTunes with me, like 15-year-old me
Wow.
rapping. And sorry for my sinus. I got allergies.
It's
No,
okay.
it's okay.
It
It's
happens.
okay.
It happens. We've all been there.
Yeah, trust me, we've all been
I'm
there.
like congested as hell right now. So sorry.
Welcome to New York. Welcome to that New York atmosphere.
Yeah, is it? Is it because of that? Because I'm like,
Yeah.
it's killing me. My sinus is killing me.
Trust us, we're on the mic every day, and like
Okay.
when we're
Yeah.
going through it, we're like, oh, you hear it all. So,
Yeah.
no, it's
Okay,
all
okay.
good. We all family here.
Okay.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. And okay, so fast forward, what would you say was like the one song that really like broke you through?
Okay. So, when I was 19, I went to America. I came to America,
Okay.
studying, and then I met a guy who would be my husband, and I'll get married, and have a baby. At the time, I'm like kind of
This is where in America?
in America,
But where?
in Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Oh, wow.
I went to Atlanta because all the people that I meet in Okinawa, like you get military
Yeah.
people from all over America.
Yeah.
But I connect with the southern
Okay.
vibes because I'm from like Okinawa. It's like countryside.
Yeah.
And we're proud of who we are. Like we're proud of being like country island people.
Right.
And that's how they are in the South.
yeah.
So I'm like, all right, we got the same vibe. So I will get interested in like Atlanta's music and culture and things like that. So we just, I just decided to go to Atlanta. And so, we met. But he was from New York, though.
Okay.
He was
Okay.
from Brooklyn in Atlanta. So we got married, had a baby. So at that time, I kind of given up on music.
Okay. So you were living a whole different life. You were
The
living
whole
a
different
whole
life.
different life.
Because we were not like wealthy.
Of course, yeah.
Poor. He was in the streets. Sometimes we get money, sometimes we don't. But we were just,
Surviving.
like, trooping, surviving together. And we had a baby and all that. So the music career was like far, far, far away from me at that time.
Right.
But then things got hot in Atlanta. We couldn't stay there anymore. He was just going in and out of jail too much. And when I had the baby, I was like, we had to get out of here.
Yeah.
And then we went to Indianapolis, middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
like staying low key. But trouble still find him, and he was murdered after a while.
Oh,
And he
wow.
passed away. And so after that, I just was like done with life. I didn't know what to do. I could not think of anything. So I just took my daughter and went back to my parents' house in Okinawa. Stayed there for like a couple of years, like not doing anything, couldn't do anything. But then during, my depression, I would keep on writing, just writing. And one day my father was like, when you gonna get up and do something with your life? Because my parents went through World War II. So they lost a lot of family members. They lost a lot of friends, but survived through it. I'm
So
like,
they know firsthand what it feels like.
right.
Yeah.
So they're like, you're not special. Like, you're not the only one who lost your loved one. We all did, and we all survived through it. So you could do it too. So I'm like, I got up and started back doing my music. I mean, if I were to get back on my life and get back on my feet and get my life back, I decided, like, I got nothing to lose. I would follow my love.
Yes.
Right.
For music. And I promised my daughter I'll be the best. And I am the best.
I love that. Seriously, what a beautiful full circle moment, man.
Right. So when I got back on the music, I started like writing, going to demo, making demos and things like that. I met this crew in Tokyo named Yentown.
Got it.
They're like, kind of like the underground crew. But they loved my demos and they supported me to do my like a comeback album. And in that album, I had songs like Remember. The song name is Remember. And Who Are You? So those two songs are what like broke me out into the Japanese market. And I'm a little older at that time. Like now, I'm older than everybody because I have this, crazy ups and downs with my career and my life. But they embraced me. Like I'm staying true to like my story and what I've been through. And I'm a little older and not young and cute, but I give y'all the story and life lessons. And
Girl, please, you look fantastic. Fantastic. So
That's an amazing story, by the way.
yo, right?
Yeah, it's an amazing
so I just think
story.
it's important for people to like know exactly like
Right.
you've been through so much. And it's also inspiring for people who are going through it.
right, exactly.
I think
And-
we've all
Right,
faced
right,
that mirror, you know
Right.
what I mean, when we needed to push through.
right.
So in conversation, she has so many dope things coming up, and I feel like a little kid in a candy. I want to say too much, but a little tease.
Yes.
So, Awich teamed up with Ferg.
Really?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
So teamed up with Ferg, and they have a song called Butcher Shop that's coming.
guys-
Produced by, hold up, the RZA.
the RZA.
Yeah,
I need questions.
I know.
So wait,
What the question is?
So, okay, so the first question is, I guess, is how you and Ferg linked up. Did you guys record this together in Japan or here in Japan?
Here,
Where?
Well, I recorded my part first.
Yeah.
And then I sent it to Ferg. He's like, remember I told you about like me working with RZA, because I was already working with RZA.
All right, so let's go back then. How'd you
Okay.
and RZA link up? How'd
Right.
that happen?
So he came to Japan
Okay.
on some project, and he needed somebody to guide through like Japanese hip hop scene and tell him about what's going on in Japan.
Right.
So they chose me for me. So we linked up, and he even came to Okinawa.
Wow.
'Cause
Fire.
He knew about Okinawa through all his like kung fu movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Okinawa is the birthplace of karate. So the Karate Kid, wax on, wax
Yeah,
off,
yeah.
and all that.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah, yeah.
Miyagi
Yeah.
from Okinawa, where I'm from.
I didn't know that. That's fire.
Yeah.
Laurie, you didn't know that?
You
I
didn't know that?
did.
Come on, man. Mr. Miyagi?
Or maybe, I just didn't connect that
Right.
he's from Okinawa. Maybe
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
connect. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Yeah.
All right. So Mr. Miyagi, all of the opponents that comes in the kung fu movies come from Okinawa. Like Okinawa is like the enemy.
Yeah.
Of kung fu. Karate is the
They're
enemy.
the
of kung
bad guys.
the bad guys. So RZA knew about it, and he was like, "Yo, I want to go to Okinawa." So we spent like a whole week there, showing him around. I took him to my dojo, to like the sacred places, to temples, and my parents' house, and military base, and all of that, showing him what's going on. And we got into the studio and started chopping things up, and
Oh, okay.
that's how it started. And I told him, like, I want a whole project. He was like, let's do it.
Wow.
Right?
That's fire.
Your life
Yeah.
has so many, like, it's such a roller coaster of a
Oh,
ride.
and also what connected us as well is the husband. My husband who passed away was a 5%er.
Okay.
So he got the knowledge of self. And he gave me some, lessons and, the knowledge of self, and so we connect on that level as well. God start dropping jewels on me, and I'm like, I'm here to receive that. So he was like, all right, you do that. So
That's dope. That's fire.
Fire, right? It's
So you
so
got
exciting.
you got RZA joint with Ferg.
Yes.
Out.
So when Ferg was, so when me and RZA started working, Ferg just came on some different project to Japan.
Yeah.
So we connect, and I would tell him like what I'm working on right now, and I had a whole bunch of stuff that I was working on, but the thing he got most excited about was RZA. He was like, hold on, wait, you working with RZA? Like that's the fucking Abbott, the legend. So, like, keep me posted, he said. So I was just like, I came up with this song. I sent it to him. Like, I think you sound great on this. He was like, this is fire. So he got on it. And yeah, we already shot a video. We shot the video in New York this time. And then, yeah, it's on there.
So she's gonna come
dope.
back when it drops. She's gonna come back. We're gonna play it. We're gonna release the video. We're gonna do all that good stuff. But it's so exciting. We're
coming.
so proud of you.
Thank you.
First of all, she has
Yeah.
many endeavors, but I'm just gonna put this out there.
Okay.
She has she has a special sake that she put me on to called Habush, right? I'm not a big drinker, but I indulge. When I was in Tokyo in December, because I was just there, she was like, yo, I got this sake from Okinawa. It's different. I want you to try it. So I was like, bet, let's go.
Yeah.
Fam, I had a couple of drinks, more than usual, right?
Yeah.
The last one, she took me to Anarchy has a bar in Tokyo, which is a little
fly.
private situation, right?
Yeah.
She shows me like a barrel, a batch with like a snake in it.
I have one of those.
You have?
I have one
But wait,
Where?
not with
Where?
Habush.
in my house. Yeah, with the snake in it.
With the snake in
yeah,
it?
I got it in Okinawa.
What?
And every time somebody comes to my house, I'm like, yo, I got
so
something for you.
I gotta explain. It's the Okinawan tradition
Yes.
to drink snake sake. But I took that tradition,
Yeah.
and then created my own brand of that.
Oh, that's fine. That's
So
dope.
what you saw
Yeah.
is my
Your
brand.
brand.
What you have is just Okinawan traditional.
The OG.
Yeah, the old,
OG.
I have the old one. Like it comes like it's like a barrel and it has
And a
like the
barrel.
rope around it and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was
It's
fantastic.
tough. It's
And bro,
tough.
let me tell you, I
But you
drank all
gotta
night.
taste mine.
I want to taste
You
it.
have
then.
to.
I want
You
to.
have to. We drank all night. The next day, bruh,
No hangover.
no hangover.
What? Wait, what's it brand
I
called?
probably would have been
Habush.
dead the next
Habush.
day for as much as I drank.
If it was like other
Yeah.
liquor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try
it
that.
was next level. So look out for that. It'll come to the U.S. eventually. We're working on that, right?
I'm working on that right now.
Yes,
Right
Habush. So
now.
make sure you look it up. But Awich, we're so proud of you.
Thank you.
We're very excited for everything you got going on.
Thank you.
And listen, we just can't wait.
Yes.
We can't wait to visit you, for you to come back here, and we
Yes.
100% will support you the entire way.
Thank you so much,
Facts.
Laura.
Yes.
Thank you,
All right, give it up
Cassie.
for Awich.
Thank you so much.